T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I'm going to be reviewing Beast Wars Transformers Mega Class Inferno. Special guest Ant-Man, who seemed appropriate at the moment. Get out of here. Anyway, I figured people would want to see a high definition version of this. Something with clarity and 60 frames per second. As you can see, I have him standing in a good high ant looking pose. If you want to achieve that, you have to finagle. I had to put these legs, which are all one solid plastic piece, underneath his rear legs, and then position the feet in such a way where they're not actually flat to the ground. Or else, basically, he has the same problem as Ant-Man's flying ant. It'll start drooping and falling over time. It's keeping this pose, which is amazing. Well, there we go. As you can see, he's mostly transparent plastic. His whole body is plastic, transparent plastic, except all of this salmon-y looking color right there. That's what he looks like from the bottom. You can see his head. Oh, hey. But let's put that back. He's solid except for that head. If they had like a cover right there, this would be a perfect little ant. The feet, unfortunately, these rear legs don't bend at a normal angle. So there's that. Unless, let's see, we fiddle around with it and put his legs like this, which I don't like. It's better like this. Anyway, he's covered in ball joints. Ball jointed hips right here, ball jointed knee right there, ball jointed up here, ball joint right there, ball joint on here. These antennae can rotate forward and back. You could pop them off if you wanted to. And the mandible opens up to reveal his gun, or just a second set of like mandible claws. He has nice purple paint on his eyes right there. And as you can see, he has like some teal highlights on his back and on his abdomen. So that's about all he is in ant mode. Unless you want to be tricky, he never did this in the show. And these things are very, very loose. You can open this up, revealing his rocket jet back here. Push this, and now he's a flying ant. But he never did that on the show, like I said. And you might be having deja vu if you watch my previous video. But that rub symbol doesn't work. But it would show a Predacon symbol if it did work. So there's that. Transformation is super, super simple. Push these back on both of these front arms. Come around here. Make sure these spiky parts of the legs are that way. Push them that way. Push them up. Spread that. Move these legs out of the way for now. Bring this up. And you could go ahead at this point and rotate this around. Now you close what's now his robot crutch. It doesn't really, it's made on a softer plastic, so getting it to stay pegged can be trouble. You can go ahead and lift this abdomen up like that. Now what I like to do is take these legs and put them like this behind his robot legs. Now I'm not going to be able to film it, but it has Takara and Hasbro markings right there. You can go ahead and start pushing this forward like this. It's a hinge right there. You want to hinge that forward so the head can actually make it through this area. But what I should have did first was slide this forward So I can actually grab this mandible part out and grab this little gun out. Now rotate this down, lift this head up, which is appropriately crazy looking. Look at his teeth. His teeth are always showing. It's pretty close to show accurate. The show, of course, made all the toys look better. Put his arms down, and he's a robot. He stands pretty good. But keeping it full 100, he has ball joints, and ball joints get weak. So, I mean, you can kind of get him to stand in a pose, but it's very difficult, and no ankle tilt because that kind of didn't exist back then. Well, it did, but not in Beast Wars toys. So, getting him to stand in anything other than straight is very difficult. But for an old toy, he's good. Most of the Beast Wars figures were good. That's what drew me to them, the articulation. Because compared to G1 toys, these were a freaking godsend. Like I was saying about his face, it's a good sculpt. But one problem is standing straight up, his head is behind this ant head. So, man, that's not really good or lovely. Articulation, his ball joints here, ball joints in the shoulder, in the elbow, so you can go that far, bend up maybe more than 90 degrees, I can't tell. He has a waist swivel. The hips can go out that much. Kick forward, kick back, because they're on a ball joint. Knees are on a ball joint. Like I said before, they went ball joint crazy. And the head is, of course, on a ball joint. His key features, if you swing his arms around that way, put this here, now he has like a pincer claw right there. Spin this arm around, or you could keep it the way they were, but now the guns are like on top, and now he has a gun. These double from shin detail to missile. And it does shoot very far, I should say. And if you'd like, you could take this gun, shove it back. No, it goes in, which way does it go? This way. And now it's not completely cartoon accurate, but he only had one gun in the cartoon. And it was sort of like this, but they streamlined it to be more small. And it, of course, didn't have the antennas hanging off. You have it facing this way or this way. And, of course, you could put... Let's see if the missile will fit before I lie and say that. Get the missile in there. It's hard to get to the trigger, but, yeah, it still does shoot. If you wanted to, for storage, you can shove this back in here. But now he has the antenna on his chest. So, yeah, I don't know if you're going to like that. His other major main gimmick, opening this abdomen again. And look at the details some more. And now he can get in one of his poses like he used to be on the show. Usually with his feet up. The gun in his hand. And here's a close-up on his hands, by the way. He used to have 3 fingers. I guess this is the 3rd finger, but it's not protruding. They embellished on the cartoon. That there. And now he can fly. So let's get some comparisons in, and then I'll end this. Here's a comparison between a Scout class, Deluxe, and 2 Voyagers. Mega's roughly translated to be Voyager class back in the day, before Robots in Disguise, the original Robots in Disguise, and Armada. Mega was like basically the deluxe, the Voyager class. Then they did away with Mega and started calling them Voyagers. But as you can see, he is slightly somewhere between a deluxe figure and a Voyager figure. I mean, these two guys, this one and this one, I mean, they're both slender dudes. Of course, if he didn't have this big bug butt, maybe he could be a little bit taller to be the same size as this Optimus. But this Optimus is way more intricate than Inferno here. But yeah, maybe they did upscale Voyager class a tiny bit to be a little bit more worth it. And they did give Voyagers electronic lights and sounds back when they originally started Voyager class. But this has been a cool look into the past. And just to show you this off, because I need to do a video. Hasbro has been all over the place scale-wise, because this was a $10 deluxe when that came out. And Hot Shot is humongous, especially like compared to this guy. This guy is a deluxe, but the Hot Shot is huge. Hot Shot isn't as intricate as that Optimus Prime right there, but you see the deal. Anyway, Inferno, I liked him. He was good for the time, and he's a decent figure now. I just hate that they used a ton of ball joints. I hate that his weapon ports are underneath his hands. And pretty much that's it. If you want to collect Beast Wars, I would say this guy definitely needs to be in your collection, because he was definitely a major character. So don't hesitate if you want to start going back in time and collecting Beast Wars. Anyway, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the like button. That's the thumbs up button. And subscribe, share, and all that other good stuff. T-Man978, out of here.